joined with legendary Canton repository sports writer Mike Popovich, and we are here for the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Letter Live. The Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live.
Letter Live from Jackson High School.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Live.
I had a feeling.
Oh. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Letter Media Network. My name's Aiden Brueck, joined with legendary Canton repository sports reporter Mike Popovich, and we are here for the Letter Live from Perry High School. Mike, it's great to be here after a team that we skipped all the way until they proved to everybody else that they weren't supposed to be skipped.
Well, I mean, what a season Perry had last year. 9-13 during the regular season. Nobody probably expected anything out of them from the tournament. And what happened? They ended up playing in the state championship game, ended up losing that game. So there's some momentum being built with this program. There's a lot of new faces for Perry this year. They graduated a lot of guys from that team, but there's momentum being built for this start of this season. They're 1-1. Beat Glen Oak in their Federal League opener, and now tonight they take on a Central Catholic team which is used to making deep tournament runs.
Without a doubt, Mike. I mean, tonight we've got a fascinating Stark County matchup with the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders and the Perry Panthers, which two teams, both respectively, built very differently from one another. Central Catholic 1-2 currently, but don't let the record fool you. It's a Matt Kramer program, and that means you're going to get toughness, discipline, and a schedule that looks like it was designed by a Navy SEAL. So, with all due respect to Perry, are they ready for Canton Central Catholic?
Well, I mean, they better be ready. I mean, they were ready for their Federal League opener, but they had a few days to kind of prepare for that. They had a game scheduled for Saturday. I believe it was against Warren JFK that ended up getting postponed because of the weather we had last week. So they really only had a day or so to prepare for Central Catholic. So they're going to have to be ready to face this Crusaders team.
Yeah, for this Canton Central Catholic teams, 3 straight district titles and three straight district titles, and with that, you're going to have no shortage of hardware. They also have a coach who's been through everything from Maslin Gyms to the World Basketball League of the Youngstown.
The Youngstown Pride.
The Youngstown Pride?
The Youngstown Pride.
Oh, my goodness. There you go. I mean, the Crusaders sharpen themselves on top-heavy opponents tonight. Going to be another one of those tests, considering the Panthers just are coming off of a state championship appearance, Mike.
Well, yeah, and another thing about Central Catholic is that Coach Matt Kramer, 2 wins shy from 500 career wins. You know, he started his high school coaching career in Stark County and Maslin, has been at Central Catholic for the better part of a decade, and people may ask, well, how come he doesn't have 600 wins? Well, look at the schedule he plays every year. You know, that's not to pile up individual wins. That's to prepare his team for the postseason, and that type of schedule has done that.
Yeah, Crusaders led by Will Miner, 6'8" junior. Gotta imagine he's not going to be playing anywhere but the post tonight. The mismatch, of course, comes with Nico Martelli, the tallest guy on the Perry side of things. Currently a senior, he's been playing for the Panthers since his freshman year of high school.
Well, yeah, and one thing about Will Miner that the Panthers are going to have to guard against, here's a guy who's 6'8", is only a junior, but he's already getting looks from some D1 schools like Evansville. And Miner's a guy who can mix it up inside, but he can also shoot the perimeter shot. We've seen a lot of big guys in the area have been able to do that. Guys, you know, like Reese Durger from Glen Oak, who now plays at Walsh. So Miner's going to be a big factor for Central.
Yeah, Perry under Matt Bull. So a lot of different play styles last year. What they were running at the beginning of the season when they went on that 4-game undefeated streak was vastly different to what they were running at the end of the season in the state championship against Cincinnati Aiken. So Matt Bull liking to keep these coaches on their toes, but also at the same time putting things together that make sense for his team and aren't overbearing his guys.
Well, yeah, and, Matt Bull's got to, also understand this is really a new Perry team this season. They lost a lot of guys from that team last year. Guys like Luke Wolf and that amazing shot that we saw him hit at the jar, Drake Jacobson, Darnell McLeod, and Preston Daisy, who would have been a senior this season, but he is not playing basketball this year because he is focusing on football. He's going to be going to the University of Toledo to play football. So a lot of you guys this year, they bring back Mikey Haley back at the point guard. Mikey went through a situation during the postseason where he had to have his appendix removed. Was not able to help the Panthers much during their run, but he is back this season, and you might see a lot of the offense start to flow through him.
For sure, Mike. Well, for those listening at home, welcome to The Letter Live. My name is Aiden Brueck. This is Mike Popovich. We're here to provide free audio play-by-play of your favorite high school sports teams in Northeast Ohio. Mike, we had the opportunity to talk to both of these coaches, Matt Kramer and Matt Bull, before the games today. So we're going to kick it over to our pregame interviews, courtesy of your very own Mike Popovich. Thank you. We'll see you very shortly.
1-2 on the season. You're visiting Perry tonight, and this is another good early season matchup for you. What do you expect tonight?
Well, it's always a good game. I think we were talking on the bus on the way over, and Coach Greenfeller looked and said, every other year that we've been over here, we had won 2 and lost 1. They all went to overtime. So we're hoping that we can get through 4 quarters with a W tonight and get after it. It's always tough. It's a rivalry game. They talk about the 13th Street, brawl or whatever, backyard brawl, but it's 13th Street rivalry. We drove 4 minutes to get here, so it's fun. We'll be all right.
The one thing you've done over the years is your schedule. You really toughen it up to prepare yourselves for the postseason. I guess that's no different this year, right? Because you've got Perry, you've got McKinley, you've got Massillon, you've got a lot of other teams. And what does that do for you guys when you start the postseason?
I think it does what you said. It prepares us for the postseason. We're a Division V school, and we play such a tough independent schedule. You mentioned some of those teams. We've added Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary. We're playing Hoban again. We played them last year. We're playing them again this year. So we play a variety of different teams. Most of them are bigger than us. But an early season matchup like this, you want to keep building consistency through effort, through execution of sets, and to make sure that you take care of the basketball and defend. And that's the one thing. You're seeing our locker room. You get to see on the board right there. Keys for us tonight are going to be, don't give them any straight line drives, battle them on the boards, get the rebounds, get us out in transition. We got to make shots and execute our offense. And if we can do that, keep the turnovers really low, I like our chances.
And Jacob Bowling and Lance Vlakovsky have led you in scoring this season. And another player that people talk about when they look at your team is Will Miners, getting some D1 interest. And from what I remember, he's a guy who is a big guy who can really give you a lot inside, but he can also shoot from the perimeter, correct?
Yeah, we've tried to work on his perimeter shooting. He started to heat up just a little bit. He played really well against Ursel, and that's been his best game. He hit one from the outside, but he's still a work in progress. I mean, you're 6'8", and you've got some D1s that are interested in you. You got to keep working every night in practice to do things. Then we're playing him out on the perimeter at times in our break, but we're going to get him on the block, and he has to get down there and in our sets and in our transition, get a quick screen and then roll and get down the block here and bang around a little bit down there. He can score inside out, and that's what we have to continue to work on. We got Jake Bowling and Lance Velosky shooting threes, and Dylan Minnie's been a few to get there. Joey Myers played well last game. He had his best game. He had 12 points, and I think he made 3 threes against Norway. So we have capable shooters on the perimeter, and we just got to keep developing everybody, but also look at Will inside out.
All right, Matt, thanks a lot, and good luck tonight.
Thanks, Mike.
Your team is 1-1 heading into tonight's game against Central, but I wanted to ask you, coming off the tournament run you guys had last year, getting to the state championship game after a 9-13 regular season, for the returning guys, what did that do as far as spark their enthusiasm heading into this season as far as what they do in the offseason and everything?
Well, winning helps tremendously, and it provides energy in the program, and a lot of our young guys got in the gym this summer and worked really, really hard. And, so that's kind of put us in position where we're at. Feel like we're got a lot of new faces, but they're hungry. They're excited. They have a lot of energy for the game. There's no question when you make a run like that and what it's going to do for the program all the way.
One of the guys you have back, though, is Mikey Haley. Had a situation during the tournament where he had to have his appendix removed. Could not help you as much as you wanted him to help you during then, but he's back this season. How is he doing, and how much of the offense goes through him?
Yeah, Mikey gives us a bona fide point guard this year, a kid that can go baseline to baseline, coast to coast. And he really has taken ownership of understanding the game and understand how we want to do things, when we want to do things, where we want to do things. An extension of me, and I think that's been important. That's one thing that we've worked really, really hard to get to. And then, and then we have a couple, young kid coming, backing him up, the Ebert kid. And I think finally, I feel like our point guard spot is solid, and Mikey's leading us in scoring. I think he's at 13.4 a game, so outstanding job on his part.
The other guy you have back, I believe he's played since he was a freshman here, Nico Martelli. For a young team, what does that veteran experience do for you?
Well, there's no situation that he hasn't seen. He understands what we need. He's a coach on the floor. He's got a great basketball mind, really solid foundation, and I can't say enough positive things about Nico and what he brings to the team. He's a team-first guy, very unselfish, and hopefully here soon he'll unload on the scoring here. But everybody else is getting theirs, and he's kind of getting everybody where they should be.
You're 1-0 in the Federal League. A really good non-league test for you tonight in Central Catholic.
Yeah, we were scheduled to play Saturday night at home, and that got canceled. So we're coming back here with a one-day prep. And, that's always concerning with some of the inexperience and the new faces that we have. And we had 4 days to prepare for Glen Oak. So it's night and day. And I think we had the same situation last year. We went to Willoughby South on a Saturday and played at Central on Tuesday. We haven't played them very well at all. My first 2 years, I feel like we kind of laid an egg both years against them. Matt does a great job. Puts his guys in awesome position to be successful. He's one of the best coaches around. So got a lot of respect for their program and their kids and how they play. And it's going to be a huge challenge, but it's a great game. It's, both schools are a mile apart, and should be a good crowd.
Matt, thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Letter Live. If you're just joining us, my name's Aiden Brueck, joined by legendary Kid Repository sports reporter Mike Popovich, and we are here live from Perry High School in Massillon, Ohio, for the Perry Panthers and the Canton Central Catholic Crusaders Battle of 13th Street.
Well, we'll have for Central Catholic Dylan Minnie averaging 5.8 points per game, Jake Bowling 13.6 points per game. Joey Myers, 7.8 points per game. Lance McCloskey, 12.6 points per game. And Will Miner, 11.8 points per game. For Perry, Mikey Haley averaging 13.5 a game. Nazir Foster, 11.0. Joey Lusich, 11.5 points per game. XJ Woolheater, 10.0 points per game. And Nico Bartelli averaging 3.5 points a game.
So Nico Martelli wins the tip for the Panthers, and we'll get started. Mikey Haley, the primary ball handler, over on that right side. He'll bounce it in. Pick and roll action. He tries to go inside, and Nas Foster back out to Nico Martelli. Foster drives out. XJ Wolder inside, passes it out. Mikey Haley gets a free three. It won't count. Apologies, that's Joey Luschitz, not XJ Wolder. Had their numbers mixed up, but now we're good.
A Central Catholic foul on Dylan Minnie, first foul of the game.
Mike Haley back at the Panther logo for Perry. Goes over to Nas Foster on that left side. Back to Joey Luschitz. Joey Luschitz in three. Can't knock it down. Rebounded by the Crusaders. So Jake Bowling gets it to Lance Vlakovsky. And back to Bowling. Inside, it's Minor. Looking to post up. Kicks it out. Bowling inside. Puts one up. Can't fall. Rebounded by XJ. Haley, Nas Foster. Drives through. Underneath, and he gets it. 2-0 Perry lead after a minute of play in the first quarter. And Perry now stepping up. Picking these guys up 75% the way through the court. 3/4 pickup on the press. It's Dylan Minnie handing things off to Vlakovsky. Vlakovsky now to Meyer. Back to Vlakovsky. Goes through his legs. Back out to Meyer. And Minnie will take it over on that left side. Ball goes back to Vlakovsky. Give him back to Meyer. At the key. Handed off to Vlakovsky, who ran underneath. Bowling has it. Back to Vlakovsky. Vlakovsky steps back. Hands it off to Bowling. Bowling receives a screen from Minor. Goes around. Looks to drive through. Kicks one out. Vlakovsky from three. He knocks it down. And it's going to be those slow, monotonous offensive possessions for Canton Central Catholic.
Well, Central Catholic is able to capitalize on that, too. Took about a minute off the clock there, and now they're up 3-2.
Nico Martelli inside, mid-range pull-up. He knocks it down. Perry got a point lead on Canton Central Catholic. Now with 5 minutes 35 to go left in the first. Perry 4, Central 3. Bumping inside, it's out. Meyer to Bowling. And he's got a screen from Minor. Minor's by himself. He's trapped by Luschitz and Haley. He has to get it out. Dylan Minnie. See screen into Minor. Minor overshot. Was looking for the lob pass inside, trying to get it through. No go.
Yeah, first turnover of the game for Central Catholic. 5:07 to go. Perry up 4-3 here in the first quarter.
Perry 4, Central Catholic 3. 5 minutes to go left here in the first. Mikey Haley's got it on the left wing. Hands it back to Nico Martelli. Martelli over to Wolder. Wolder by the post. Excuse me, not by the post, by the key. My pardon. Hands it off to Nico Martelli, and Haley will reset. They'll go back into secondary. It's 1-3. Nico Martelli, contested three, puts it up, bricks off the front, rebounded by Minor. Minor pushes past. He's got Minnie down the court. Dishes one back inside, and Nas Foster tries to go up and in, but not before. Will Minor, the 6'8" junior for the Crusaders, gets one up and in.
Yeah, Will Minor's going to be a tough matchup for for Perry inside there.
Mikey Haley over to Wolder. Wolder, he's got a lane, puts one up, reverse layup, way off. Can't find it. It's off the back of the backboard. Shooter in the corner. That's Vlakovsky. And if the reaction of the crowd didn't tell you anything, that was a made three by Lance Vlakovsky.
Well, if your name is Vlakovsky, you probably know how to shoot the ball. His brother Luke did that great for Central. Luke now playing at Walsh.
Central 8, Perry 4 as Nico Martelli hands it off to Mike Haley. Mike Haley kicks it back out. It's Wolder. Travel now on Wolder. Going Crusaders' way.
Well, Matt Kramer said in the pregame interview Their game against Norway, he really had to coach this team. He really, really had to get on them. Now they've responded so far early in this game. They were able to pick up their first win that night.
So, waiting for the inbound. It's Jake Bowling on the inbound for the Crusaders. He hands it off to Dylan Minnie. Minnie takes it down the right side of the court. Taking through that lane right in between the out of bounds and the volleyball line. Hands it off to Vukovsky. Vukovsky. Foul on the floor.
Yeah, away from the foul, away from the ball. I didn't catch who that was. I believe it was Mikey Haley.
So Bowling inbounds to Minnie. And Minnie, 4 guys all in one. Minor to the corner, drives through. No good. Charge taken. I believe it was XJ Warder who took the charge for the Panthers. Now XJ coming off for Trey Robinson.
Yeah, Will Minor with the offensive foul there for Central. And that's his first.
So Trey Robinson, transfer from St. Thomas Aquinas, comes in for Perry. Nico Martello looking to post up inside. Contested midi, can't fall. Luschitz, Nas Foster. Foster now in the corner off the rebound, gives it back to Haley. Haley with it now. Hands it to the corner, it's Nas Foster. Back to Joey Luschitz. Luschitz from 3. Rolls its way out. And Vukovsky gets the board. Vukovsky to the wing. Gives it to Max Frau. Now it's Tyler Cook. Coming in for inside. No good. It's Nas Foster on the defense. Mikey Haley back to Nas Foster. Back to Nico. Martelli to Haley. Inside. Martelli. Now Nas Foster. He's got open for a 3. But to no avail. Crusaders ball. Central 8. Perry 4. Minute 45 to go left here in the first. Cook hands off to Bowling. Bowling gets past Foster, but not before Foster is called for a foul. Too far on his hit. With a minute and 38 to go left here in the first. Central 8, Perry 4.
Joey Meyer coming back to the game for Central. Boy, Perry really in a bit of a mini drought here. Central on a 5-0 run. Panthers getting some good looks, including one by Foster a few minutes ago, just not getting the shots to fall.
And Bowling on the inbound gives it to Frey. Vukovsky over on that right wing. Puts one up, over, and over the rim.
Vukovsky trying to go in on inside, but good defense by Nico Martelli there. Ball goes out of bounds, back to Perry.
Nico Martelli, Mike Haley in the backcourt. 5-out Princeton offense for Perry. Nas Foster with it at the key. He has space to create. He'll pass it out. Mike Haley, they'll reset. Central 8, Perry 4. Minute to go left here in the first.
Now, I think this is a good move here by Perry. You know, when you're struggling, just be patient, try to get a good shot like here.
As you say that, Mike, Trey Robinson gets underneath, slips by his defender for a lay. And now it's Central 8, Perry 6. McCloskey, guarded by Robinson. He puts one up, no good. But he'll head to the line. Lucky that one didn't fall. That was all rim.
Yeah, McCloskey after hitting a couple threes Trying to take it to the hole last couple of times down court. Here he'll get 2 free throws. First shot is good. Wachowski already up to 7 points, has 7 of Central Catholic's 9 points.
So Central looking to go into double digits with this foul shot by Wachowski, but no good. 30 seconds to go left here in the first. Central 9, Perry 6. Mikey Haley puts one through. It's blocked by Tyler Cook. Cook, 6'3" forward, gets through the post there and knocks that ball out of Haley's hands. XJ Wooler on the inbound. Lobs one up to Mike Haley. Guarded closely by Frey, but Haley puts him through. Gold tells him to settle down. 10 seconds to go. 8 seconds now. Central 9, Perry 6. Haley, wing, Nico, inside. Martelli from the foul stripe. The clock rings. Buzzes, I should say. At Central 9, Perry 8 after 1.
Well, big shot there by Nico Martelli at the end of the quarter. He's got 4 points in the quarter. Panthers are hoping to start getting Nico Martelli going a little bit here in the season. He came in only averaging a little over 3 points a game. He's already eclipsed that average in the first quarter alone. They're confident that he'll be able to do that. Got a veteran player who's been with the varsity team since his freshman season. You know, got experience on that state runner-up team last season, and hits a shot to give the Panthers a little bit of momentum going into the second quarter.
For sure, and I was going to say this before, I was going to say this in pregame, didn't get the chance to put it in, but the first 5 minutes were going to tell us everything about this matchup. So a game tracking towards the 40s is going to play straight into Triple C's hands, and a game that starts running with long rebounds, quick outlets, downhill drives for Perry is going to be Perry's environment. So take that in mind as we go into the last quarter of the first half.
Now Central really doing a good job of taking Mikey Haley out of the game early on. We never really got to see how effective of a player Haley can be during the last season's tournament run because he was out injured. But Central doing a good job on him early on.
Corner 3. That comes down by Joseph Myers, senior guard for the Crusaders. Well, it's tipped off the pass by Joey Luschitz. And Tyler Cook able to get a hand back on it. Burkowski out to Max Frey. Frey hesitates, left corner. Dribble handoff to Dylan Minnie on his way out. Meyer inside. Put up, that was Max Frey. But he's fouled. He'll go to the stripe.
Yeah, Frey taking the ball strong to the hole against Trey Robinson and XJ Woolheater. And that'll be Trey Robinson's second foul for the Panthers.
Robinson already with 2 fouls.
Frey goes to the free throw line, misses his first shot. Frey scoreless so far, and he hits his second.
So 5-point lead for Central, 13-8 over Perry. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go left here in the second quarter. Trap being played by the Crusaders. It looks like the full court press coming a little too hot for the Panthers. Matt Voll's going to be forced to take a timeout after Mikey Haley's pass tipped off of it exiting his hands.
Yeah, good timeout there taken by Matt Voll. Could have resulted in either a turnover for Perry or a 10-second violation. Good defense by Max Frey. Be a 30-second timeout, so teams will come quickly back on the court. You know, they call this the Battle of 13th Street. Both schools separated by just about a mile. They usually play the first football game early every season, and now they have an early season basketball game.
So Central 13, Perry 8, now 7 minutes left to go. Ball's hit off of the foot of Max Frey. It's going Perry's way. Nico Martelli, the inbounder. 7 minutes and 3 seconds left to go now in the second. Haley receives the inbound. Takes it past half court. Trey Robinson over on that right wing. Hands it out. Wolder from 3. Can't find it. Nico Martelli gets the board. He's pushed on his way down.
Yeah, foul's going to go against Tyler Cook for Central. His first, and that's the first on the Crusaders here in the second quarter.
So XJ, the inbounder, gets it to Trey Robinson. He pops it as soon as he gets it. No good. Mikey Haley alone at the key. Can't find it. And a lot of bodies flying everywhere as the ball goes up and a couple of players come down.
Yeah, foul's going to go against Joey Lusich for Perry, his first. Boy, the Panthers again, 2 good looks at shots, 2 good looks at threes from Trey Robinson and Mikey Haley. Just can't get them to drop. Matt Voel's going to take Robinson out of the game right now. He's got 2 fouls, so he's got to be careful. Still 6 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Martelli brothers both on the floor now for Perry. Vince Martelli taking the floor for Trey Robinson. Nas Foster also in the game for him. Going to be a foul on Nico Martelli.
And that's going to send Max Frey back to the foul line. Split a pair of free throws earlier in the quarter. And his first shot is good. Put Central up 14-8. I believe that is their biggest lead of the ball game thus far. 6 points. And second shot for Frey, no good.
So Nas Foster picks the glass, but he's pressed. He's got to get it out. Haley now tries to go inside for Luschitz, but no avail. Luschitz loses it in translation. Frey to the corner. It's Minnie. Tries to go through his legs behind the back. Around Canton. Myers got it now. Hands over to Will Miner. And back to Bowling. So Bowling, left wing. Mitty puts it up and in. So now an 8-point lead for Central. 16-8 over the Panthers.
That's Bowling's first points of the night. He came in tied with Lance Sikowski as Crusaders' leading scorer at 13.6 points a game.
Crusaders cause another turnover as Perry can't get it down the floor.
They're going to get Mikey Haley with the foul here for Perry. And that's going to be his second foul. Haley still scoreless in the game, but he's going to go to the bench right now.
5 minutes, 30 seconds to go left here in the second quarter. It's Crusader ball, 16-8.
That was also the 4th team foul on Perry.
Bowling sends one back, puts one up and in. Got it over Brennan Ebert. Nico Martelli has got to get it down the floor. He's got Woolader, and Woolader has Ebert. Ebert now at the logo. He's got a couple of quarters in him. Also a JV player. Nas Foster now at the key. Hands it over. XJ Woolader from 3. Falls in.
For a minute, I thought that was going to be like what Perry's experienced all night. That shot rimming, but it's able to rim in.
It's an 8-point lead now for Central. 19-11 over Perry. 4 minutes, 35 seconds to go left here in the second. Jake Bowling wanted to drive through, kicks it over. Closed out by Foster was Minnie. And Frey, the ball handler. Hands to the corner, it's Bajornis. And Frey will reset. So now the secondary action for Perry comes through.
Looks like that's going to be a foul on Perry's Brennan Ebert. No, that's going to be Nasir Foster, I'm sorry. His second foul, but that's going to put the Panthers over the limit with 4:09 to go already here in the second quarter. Central Catholic up 19-11 with Jake Bowling 2 quick threes after a slow start for him.
Well, Mike, that's going to take us to a quick break here at the Letter Media Network. We'll see you in about 45 seconds. Thank you for listening. I'm Aiden Brueck, joined by Mike Popovich. Here we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to The Letter Live. My name is Aiden Brueck. We are here live from Perry High School. I'm joined by Mike Popovich from the Canton Repository. And at the line for the Crusaders at the moment is Jake Bowling. Bowling, he's got 6 points on the night after his first free throw there. Looking to make it 7. Central 20, Perry 11. Now Central 21, Perry 11. So a 10-point lead for the Crusaders with 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go. Ebert picks up, fires one over to Nico Martelli. They got to get this down the court and fast. Ebert right side of the court. He's guarded by Vukovsky. Vukovsky makes him go to Foster. Foster Wolder. Wolder with Bowling on his hip. Goes to Nico Martelli. Back to Wolder. Wolder wants to shoot. Won't do it. Inside, it's Nico Martelli. He airballs not a layup, a mid-range jumper. And Perry will reset. They get it back. Wolder picks up his dribble on the left wing. He's got to hand it to somebody. They're going to start counting. Nico Martelli had him on the get back. And Nas Foster. 3 minutes, 15 seconds now. Nas Foster burns one, makes one jump, puts one up, and no good. Central 21, Perry 11. 3 minutes, 8 seconds to go left here in the second. And Minnie to Vukovsky. Vukovsky from deep, can't get it. Hits the back of the rim. Ebert and Wolder get it to Luschitz. Luschitz on the right wing. Fires over to Brendan Ebert. Over to Wolder. Wolder from deep. Can't get it. Nico Martelli gets the board and puts it back up. So that makes it an 8-point lead for Central. 21-13. 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go. Minnie to Minor. Minor inside. Puts one up. He posts over. It wiggles its way out. 3 ball. It's Mikey Bajornis. That ball doesn't even reach the basket.
Well, that was a big basket on the other end of the court by Martelli after another missed open look for the Panthers. It's kind of a precarious time of the game here for them, down by 8.
Minor to Bowling. They got the high pick going with those two. Minnie puts up a tough mid-range jumper. That was Jake Bowling. Brendan Ebert trying to get around Lance Flikowski.
Jake Bowling already with 10 points in this quarter after being held scoreless in the first quarter. And in the first quarter for Central, it was Lance Flikowski with 7 points. Big 1-2 punch doing the damage for Central.
So Trey Robinson now in for the Panthers. That's over to Luschitz on that right wing. And Trey Robinson going to reset. Hands it to Walter, right wing. Back to Luschitz. Tries to beat one. Over to Nas Foster. Nas Foster takes his left pivot foot around town and back to Woloder. Woloder puts up a 3, no good. Nico Martelli almost gets the rebound, but it falls out of his hands. It's Crusaders in transition. 1 versus 2 in the paint. That ball's blocked, but rebounded still by Minnie. Minnie tries to put it back up and won't fall. Woloder grabbed again by the Crusaders. And now the refs not letting this tight defense by Central Catholic dictate the game for Perry.
Yeah, second team foul for Dylan Minnie. Boy, that was a tough look at the other end of the court. I thought he was going to be able to get that shot to drop against 2 Panthers.
Nico Martelli. He passes off the 3 to Foster. Woloder receives screen. He's got 2. 3 guys on the left side. They hand it back over to Trey Robinson. A minute to go. Canton Central Catholic 23, Perry 13. Martelli gives the ball to Woloder. They run it out of the right wing. Woloder trying to get through. His defenders close out. There'll be a charge.
Yeah, foul on XJ Woolheater, his first. No team foul for the Panthers, who are already over the limit.
48 seconds to go left here in the second. Canton Central Catholic 23, Perry 13. Crusaders in the bonus. Cook hands it off to Frey. Frey over to Vlikovsky. He's from his wing. Kramer calls play. 24 seconds now. No shot clock means this team can hold it for as long as they want to. Up by 10, it's the Crusaders over Perry. 10 seconds now. Lance Vlikovsky. There's one inside. Cook puts one up, no good. 2 seconds to go. Nas Foster puts one up. It falls! Nas Foster from way downtown beyond the half-court line. And there is the full-court heave that the Panthers needed going into halftime, as it's Canton Central Catholic 23, Perry 16.
Somewhere in Ashland, Jenna Slates is very proud of that moment.
Somewhere, anywhere, whoever is really good at full-court shots apparently came down to Northeast Ohio and talked to everybody who was in this region.
Boy, a huge shot by Nasir Foster. And boy, we'll see if that gets Perry going. They had every open look possible in the first half, couldn't buy a shot. And here, Nasir Foster gets a shot from beyond the half-court line to drop to get them within 7 at halftime. 23-16, Central with the lead.
Well, for those who are just joining us, we are about to go to break. This is the Letter Live. My name's Aiden Brueck, joined with Mike Popovich. We're here, Perry versus Central Catholic, 23-16 in Masson. We'll see you when we come back. everybody, welcome back to The Letter Live. My name is Aiden. Holy smokes! Let's figure this out.
Yeah, we were kind
There
of
you
not
go.
prepared
That
for
was
that
not
one.
prepared for that
It was
one.
like a who's hot
Yeah.
for me in the opening night.
Except I was the one who pressed the button to go live.
I was the one who called Nico Capraletti, Nico Martelli. at
This is
home
true,
then.
but we were just warming up for Perry.
Yes, we were.
Anyways, Mike, got a great game on our hands. A Nas Foster full court heave gave Perry the 3 points they needed to cut Canton Central Catholic's lead down to 7 before the half. Central 23, Perry 16. Got about a minute and 25 seconds before we go back to play here.
Yeah, Foster's 3, only Perry's second 3 of the game. And, like we talked about, they were really struggling shooting the ball. Let's see if that gives them the momentum they need to kind of chip away at this Central lead. Like we said, they were in a little bit of a danger point of maybe possibly sitting on the brink of maybe getting blown out in this game. But Foster's shot gives them some momentum heading into the second half.
So, Canton Central Catholic 23, Perry 16, as we go back to our audio-only segment of the stream. Sorry, guys. We don't have a cameraman.
And we can't, and we're not allowed to do
We can't
that.
even do it if we wanted to.
We're allowed to do what we're doing here, and once again, we thank the Federal League for allowing us to do this. Speaking of the Federal League, tonight at the Fieldhouse, Glen Oak leads McKinley at the half, 51-29. Glen Oak head coach Rick Harrison is going to be in a really great mood when we have a sit-down with him tomorrow for an interview that you're going to see down the road on the Letter Media Network.
You will see that very, very soon. Expect that in the next week or so. But back to Perry versus Canton Central Catholic. Welcome back to Canton Central Catholic and Perry's game that they're having here at Perry High School. XJ Wooliter goes inside to Nico Martelli. Nico trying to drive through, picks one up. Gonna be Perry ball. Falls on Will Minor. Inbound goes to Nas Foster. He looks to drive through. He's guarded by Vukovsky. Puts up a midi over him. No good. Rumbles its way out the back of the rim. 7 minutes 35 to go. Vukovsky goes inside. To no avail. Swung to the corner. No good. And Joey Luschitz gives it to Mikey Haley. Haley over to Nas Foster. Nas Foster crosses over. Back to Luschitz. Luschitz from 3. Can't find it. Wooliter gets the board to Nas Foster. Nas Foster puts one up. No good.
Nas Foster will get to go to the free throw line for Perry. Took a hard hit on that foul. Kind of limping a little bit as he's getting back up to the free throw line.
Playing for contact, going to be a big thing at this point in time in the game. You're trying to get some extra points on the board at this point. Just keep working inside, try to get those foul calls. I mean, don't want to necessarily foul bait, but you want to get some contact so you're able to go to the line.
Yeah, I couldn't see who that foul was for Central, and they didn't announce it here. But Foster gets his first free throw. And he makes the second, and just like that, Perry is within 5.
As Mike said, 5-point game now left here with 7 minutes in the third quarter. Joseph Meyer hands it out to Will Minor. Minor bounces one up high to Jake Bowling. Bowling over that left wing. Staring down Nico Martelli. Tries to get around him. Hits Lance Vukovsky. Vukovsky to the corner. 3 ball. That shot was taken by Meyer, but no good. And put back up by Dylan Minnie. And Minnie able to get 2. So 7-point game now with 6 minutes, 28 seconds left. Central 25, Perry 18. Knox Foster over to Wolder. Back to Haley. They'll set. Knox Foster plays high. Through it's Nico Martelli. Knox Foster crosses him up. Loses the ball inside. Going to call a foul on Dylan Minnie.
That'll be 3 fouls on Dylan Minnie now. And Max Fry will come back into the game for Central in place of Minnie.
Central already looking to put Perry in the bonus. 2 fouls away with about 6 minutes, 9 seconds left in the third quarter. Wolder to Knox Foster. Knox Foster fakes the 3. Puts one up and in. Foster. He's got 5 or something like that. Apologies.
Lance Volkowski responds at the other end for Central. First non-3-pointer of the night for Volkowski. Gets Central's lead back up to 7, 27-20.
5 minutes, 30 seconds to go left here in the third. Luschitz takes it on the wing. Wolder goes inside to Martelli, and Martelli back out to Wolder. Wolder fakes one, puts one up, and puts one down. Puts his man on skates for the 3 points.
A couple of threes on the night for Woolheater.
From the corner, it's Jake Bowling. No good. Lukowski back from that right wing. Stared down by Luschitz. Luschitz takes his back foot out. Gives him a little bit of pressure. Woolminer from 3. Can't knock it down. Luschitz gets the board. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Perry's ball.
Boy, what a couple of big shots. How much of a shot in the arm that could be for a team. Foster's big heave at the end of the first half, and now Woolheater with his second 3 of the night. Perry's 10-point deficit down to 4.
Nico Martelli hands it to Haley. He calls the play on the floor. Nasir Foster, elevator screen. Ball goes over to Haley on that wing, and he was looking for Martelli inside. But some miscommunication, and he sends it out of bounds. So 27-23, Central Catholic leads over Perry. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Lance Flakowski still running point for the Crusaders. He's over on that right wing, navigating his way through the key by the foul stripe. He's by the volleyball line as he retakes. Calling out his plays. Looking to go inside to Minor. Luschitz able to roll out. Foul's on the floor.
Yeah, that foul's going to be on XJ Woolheater, I believe, for Perry. His second foul. Central's ball, 3:56 to go here in the third. Crusaders lead 27-23.
So Blakowski from that right perimeter will dribble it back up. Game looking to be in 40-point territory, which is exactly what Kramer wants out of his Crusader squad. Side, aggressive dribble by Meyer. Travel is called. It's going to be Perry ball. 3 here, cuts it down to a 1-point lead. And Tyler Cook now coming in for Joseph Meyer.
Boy, credits to the Panthers sticking around here after falling behind early. Man, let's see if Mikey Haley can get going in this game. Still held scoreless here with 3 minutes to go in the third.
So Martelli picked up at half court. He's got to give it to somebody. Haley has it now over on that wing. Nas Foster in the corner. He's unchecked. Wants a 90-degree angle at the volleyball line. Goes inside, Mikey Haley. He's got a midi, no good. Minor tries to get it inside. Corner, free ball, put down. It's Jake Bowling. And nothing results. So 2 minutes, 57 seconds. Central 27, Perry 23. Perry ball. Brendan Ebert coming back into the game for Mikey Haley.
Yeah, I think that was a foul at the other end of the court on Central. It's Max Fry. His fourth on the Crusaders. This might be a first team to 40 wins type of game here tonight.
Ebert, Nico Martelli going back and forth. Up the court. Trey Robinson goes inside to Martelli. Nico Martelli, midi, finds it. That's his shot. Martelli, that puts him at 8 on the night. Bukowski taking things over at the Perry logo. Goes to Cook. Cook. Hands off to Max Frey, but he goes down. So off the inbound, it's Frey. Over to Bowling. Bowling drives through. Can't get it to go.
Perry piling up the fouls real quick. 2 quick ones here in the last few seconds. 3 team fouls in this quarter.
Tyler Cook had the ball inside. He was blocked by Trey Robinson. Looked clean to me, but maybe he got some hand.
And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Robinson. Picked up 2 quick ones in the first half. And this is going to send Lance Volkowski to the free throw line. Or it's going to be ruled on the floor. Central ball out of bounds.
Well, pick and pop action here from the Crusaders. Except no pop. There it is, Lance Volkowski off the front side of the rim. That's Brendan Ebert getting it down the court. Hands it back to Luschitz. Ebert off the foot of Volkowski and Frey. Mikey Haley coming back on from Brendan Ebert now. Central 27, Perry 25. Minute and 46 left here in the third.
Central held to just 4 points so far here in this third quarter.
So Nas Foster. He's got a lane inside, but no good. He'll head to the stripe, however.
Nas Foster tried to improve on a 9-point night for the Panthers. He leads Perry in scoring. Of course, he had that huge 3 beyond the half-court line at the end of the first half. His first shot is good. 10 points on the night for Foster. And he has his team within 1 point. Central leading 27-26 with 1:34 here to go in the third quarter. Foster again is good, and we're all tied up.
So Foster makes both in his pair, and Lance Volkowski guarded down by Nico Martelli. He's got to stretch the floor. Trey Robinson, he's pressed heavily as a timeout's called on the Canton Central Catholic side of the ball. We're going to take a break here for about 30 seconds. We'll be back in just a moment. everybody. Welcome back to The Letter Live here from Perry High School. Tie ball game with 1:25 to go in the third. Very low-scoring affair, as is usual for these Canton Central Catholic games. Perry 27, Central 27. 1:25 left in the third. Lance Flakovsky going to take things over as he hands the rock off to Frey. Frey to Cook, and Miner in the corner. Off-ball motion gets the ball over to Joseph Meyer on the right wing, and back to Flakovsky now on the left. Trying to create space for Flakovsky. Inside closes. Tyler Cook, guarded by Nico Martelli. Hands the ball off. Lance Flakovsky spins around. Back to Cook at the key. He passes off the three. Right side ball movement. Cook moves inside. Lance Flakovsky wants to go for a midi. Won't take it. 5 out from the Crusaders. Sees Cook take the ball inside. Lance Flakovsky out. Ball movement to take the clock down is the name of the game. As Lance Flakovsky tries to put one in. And he's got a foul called on him. Matt Vold does not agree.
Yeah, Matt Vold wanted a traveling call on Flakovsky there. But instead of foul on Perry, he's going to send Flakovsky to the free throw line. Flakovsky with, I believe, 10 points on the night. No, it's got a... Splits the free throws. Now he's got 11 points.
Haley Nico. 2 in the backcourt. It's a 2-3. The 2 high for Perry. Haley going to work on the dribble. He's guarded by Lance Flakovsky. Hands off to Nels Foster, who's picked up. 5 seconds left. Ball's tipped out by Will Miner. And with 2.6 seconds left, Perry will have some time to work. Trey Robinson, going to be the inbounder for Perry. He's got 2.6 seconds. Looks to put it in. Nico Martelli puts up a prayer. Won't fall. So Central 28, Perry 27, going into the fourth. Mike, let's take a seat back down here. That, by the way, for those listening at home, that does mean we have to move our chairs. No, I'm not sitting.
And we have to get in line of the camera.
We'll be okay if we'll be okay. We'll be okay. Mike, I gotta ask you the important question. Who is hot?
Well, I think if you look at Perry's standpoint, you got to look at Nasir Foster. Hits the big shot at the end of the first half. Has 11 points on the night. Some big free throws here in the third quarter to help Perry claw back into that lead. 28-27, Central Catholic with the lead. And Central Catholic just wants somebody to get hot right now. It was a really cold shooting quarter for the Crusaders. Lance McCloskey has 11 points on the night for them. Jake Bowling has 10. And we're going to see which team is going to be able to grind this one out here in the fourth quarter.
And this is going to be a game won by fouls, it seems. The count will reset. Crusaders start with it. It's Lance Flakovsky over on that right wing. Flakovsky over to Meyer. Meyer inside. Passes it out to Flakovsky. Flakovsky stutter step on Martelli. Looks to put one over him, and it won't fall. Rebounded by Cook. Out to Meyer, back to Cook. Cook hands it off to Bowling. Bowling guarded by Nas Foster. He falls back, has to get the ball out, and the ball comes loose.
Yeah, the ball's going to stay with Central Catholic. Tyler Cook, another big body the Crusaders can put in there. Real good athlete for Central, also really good football player for them.
Flakovsky has the ball behind the three-point stripe, about 3 steps off the key. Just carrying it around. Canton Central already burned a minute off of this off of the second half. Inside, it's Joseph Meyer. He'll drive through and gets it. Mikey Haley taking the ball down for the Panthers. Woliter, Haley, Foster, Martelli, and Luschitz. Woliter back to Mikey Haley. Over to Nas Foster. The zone being played. Got 3 in the front. Crusaders bring the pressure over to Foster, who's got it on that right wing. Foster through his legs over to Haley. Back to Martelli. Martelli inside. He's fouled. So as Luschitz goes up for a layup, he's put down.
Yeah, it's a good pass by Martelli to find Luschitz underneath. And it looks like the ball is going to be out of bounds. It's going to stay with Perry. Martelli gets the turnaround jumper to fall.
So Nico Martelli pulls away and puts it in. Mikey Haley not leaving the hip of Dylan Minnie. Still staying on him past the screen. Minnie drives through, kicks one out. Volkovsky thinking about the 3, won't take it. Goes up inside, it's Miner in the post. Martelli takes over as the defender. Volkovsky. Bounce pass to his teammate. Dylan Minnie puts one up and in. So now a 3-point game. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Put it in the hands of Foster or Woliter. Woliter at the key, back to Foster. Foster back to Woliter. Woliter from 3. Can't knock it down. It's way off. And if the student section chants aren't enough, you don't need me to tell you what that was.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if Perry could just work for a good shot there. Woliter gets an open look, but is way off.
Volkovsky from deep puts one in, and now it's a 6-point game. 4 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Central 35, Perry 29. Haley to Foster, Foster to Woliter. Woliter on that right side, the right perimeter. Hands it off to Nico Martelli, who keeps it intact. Martelli back to Woliter. Woliter over to Haley. The zone, too much for Perry as there's a turnover. Jake Bowling gets it to Volkovsky. Volkovsky from 3. He knocks it down, and there's the timeout from Matt Bull as the Crusaders are hyped, coming back to the bench. A 9-point run.
Well, we were wondering if Nasir Foster's shot at the end of the first half could be a momentum builder. Lance Volkovsky responding here for Central. Back-to-back 3s after a missed Perry 3 that could have tied the game. Now all of a sudden Central Catholic up 38-29 over Perry with 4:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Volkovsky already up to 17 points tonight. He has hit 4 threes.
For sure, Mike. 4 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the fourth. We've got about 15 seconds ticking down until we're out of the timeout. Motioned by that buzzer. I'm not sure if you guys can hear it because it's right behind us.
Well, with these headsets on, it doesn't sound as loud.
Doesn't sound as loud as it is. I'm just...
Obviously. We were talking about, Glen Oak being up big against McKinley. Glen Oak came to that game 0-3 tonight, including a loss to Perry. I mean, what a difference a win could make for them tonight. And elsewhere in the Federal League, Hoover handled Green tonight, 68-39, so they'll stay undefeated in the Federal League.
Mikey Haley taking the ball down the court for Perry. Lucians gets it to the corner. Woolader puts it a little too high, out of reach for Haley. Trey Robinson getting ready to go in.
Everything's falling apart real quick for Perry here. And the bad news for the Panthers is time's not on their side very much anymore. Just 3:55 to go here in the game.
So Perry pressing up now with not lots of time to go. 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Central 38, Perry 29. In the corner is Vukovsky. He's doubled. Puts it inside to Minor. And they give it off to Minnie. Looking to run the clock. Perry, get the ball back. Woolader takes it all the way through. And a charge taken.
Yeah, the foul's going to go against XJ Woolader. Third foul for Woolader. First, still one team foul for the Panthers in the quarter.
3 minutes, 23 seconds to go now. Central 38, Perry 29. Vukovsky. Timeout taken. And we are going to go back to a break very shortly here on the Letter Media Network. Welcome back to the Letter Media Network. My name is Aiden Brueck, your play-by-play for the evening, joined by Mike Popovich, legendary sports reporter from the Canton Repository. We're here at Perry High School. Canton Central Catholic 38-29 over the Perry Panthers at the moment. About 3 minutes, 15 seconds left of what looked like a spark from Perry, putting it within 0 at one point, tying this ball game back up with some time to go in the third. Canton Central Catholic pulling away, up 9 over the Panthers with 3 minutes and 10 seconds left. Minnie with the ball now for the Crusaders. Looks to drive through. Passes it back out. And Jake Bowling now has it on that left side, guarded by Nas Foster. Will Minor. Hits it to Meyer. And back to Vukovsky. Vukovsky burns one. And 3. Switch on to Minnie. Back to Bowling. Now back to Vukovsky. Crusaders looking to tire out the Panthers. Well, not letting themselves be tired out. Ref comes in, singles jump ball. It's Perry ball.
Yeah, possession to Perry. It's kind of a much-needed turnover there for the Panthers in favor of them. Central ran a lot of time off that clock on the possession. 2:35 to go here in the basketball game.
Central 38, Perry 29, 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go left here in the fourth. Trey Robinson, guarded by Vukovsky in the backcourt. Hand it over to Woolader. Woolader from 3, can't find it. Rebounded by the Panthers. Lost from Woolader, goes into Vukovsky's hands. He goes up and he's got an and one.
Lance Vukovsky drives and scores. Might be putting a bow on this one for Central Catholic. Vukovsky with 19 points on the night, looking for 20 at the 9. His older brother Luke had a lot of big nights for the Crusaders when he played, and now it's Lance Vukovsky's turn to shine here tonight. As Vukovsky's free throw is good.
So some substitutions on Perry's side. 2 minutes, 13 seconds to go. Noah Daisy now in for the Panthers, as well as Vince Martelli in for his brother Nico Martelli.
Now I don't know what you had a whistle there, but you saw it better than me, I think.
Miles Foster. Back to Trey Robinson. Robinson, deep three. Can't knock it down. Rebounded by Noah Daisy. Puts one up and in.
Kind of reminds you of when we used to see Preston Daisy clean up the glass late last season for Perry.
Central 41. Perry 31. Minute and 35 to go. Bukowski dribbling inside and out. And they'll take it back with Meyer to Mitty. Daisy steps up. They pass it off to Bowling. And Bukowski taking it right back out. Minute and 20 seconds to go.
I think Perry, trying to force another turnover like they did before, but, well, you can't waste a lot of time. Down a minute 19 to left, and Perry's going to have to commit 2 more fouls to put the Crusaders at the free throw line.
So Perry inside.
Another foul on Perry, the 4th team foul. Trey Robinson with the foul. And that's his 4th team foul. And I don't know why we had a buzzer there.
Not sure what the discrepancy is here.
I'm wondering if that might have been 5 on Robinson. Saw the referee hold up 5 fingers.
So it's 5 on Trey Robinson.
He leads the game with 2 points. Boy, wide open on the inbound there for Central, but they're not able to convert. The Crusaders are going to be able to maintain possession.
Minute and 10 left to go. Central 41, Perry 31. Bukowski takes the inbound. He's pressed up by Isaiah Bracey. Back to the logo, it's Minnie.
A lot of time going off the clock here. And there's the foul. Might have let 16 seconds go off the clock there. Foul on Perry is going to put Lance Vlikowski at the free throw line for Central. Vlikowski with 20 points tonight. First free throw is good. Vlikowski trying to help the Crusaders put the wraps on their 2nd win of the season. It'll also be career win number 499 for Matt Kramer. Vlikowski's 2nd free throw is good.
So Central 43, Perry 31, 45 seconds to go. XJ Wohler over to Noah Daisy. Noah Daisy puts up a 3, that won't fall. There's a fight for it. On Perry's way. Now, Anthony Ray and Carter Company. Will Miner comes out. Joseph Meyer comes out. We've actually pronounced Anthony Rea. Swung to the corner. Free ball, Isaiah Bracey, no good. Ball is handed right back over to the Crusaders. 25 seconds to go. And they hand the ball over to the Mini. Mini in the corner. He's fouled again. And as the clock starts to tick down, it slips down further and further.
Well, what a response from Central. This game was a one-point game at one time. Perry had a look at a tying three-pointer that missed, but then Lance Lukowski with back-to-back threes to help the Crusaders regain momentum, and they're going to pick up their second win here tonight. As Dylan Millie goes to the free throw line to shoot two. First one is good. 5 points on the night for Mitty. And his second one is off the back of the rim, no good.
Long three by Woliter is good. But what is it worth with 3 seconds now on the clock? Both teams will get ready to go home. Central 44, Perry 34, 10-point win for Canton Central Catholic. That will do it for us here at the Letter Media Network. And we will see you very, very soon after our interview tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Have a nice night, everybody. Good night.